It's Week 12 of the NFL. And playing a big role on defense is Jordan Hicks. He picked up a sack last week as part of an 8-tackle game. It's the Ravens and the Jaguars, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. Here come the Ravens, and that means here comes Lamar Jackson, league's MVP and an All-Pro in 2019. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his 2nd season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The Jaguars, it's 7-3 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Third and 2, now Lawrence.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That's complete, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Holding, offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And this one will not get there. Top to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Slide, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back out is the Jacksonville offense and Trevor Lawrence. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. We'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there at 22. Now Dillon on the inside give. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. On 2nd and 2, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. It's Dillon again.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Boy, how about the strength there after the catch? I've got to get back in the gym myself now. I'm inspired. Boom, he shook off some tacklers. Bang, fighting to get to the goal line. Couldn't quite get there, but he's got his guys set up 1st and goal.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
A.J. Dillon hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. The quick feet by Jackson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. And maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports halftime.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half.
And no return here for Agnews, and they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They run again with Dillon, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Now Lawrence.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Jackson now.
Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punt around now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jaguars back with it on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A good gain on
first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
It's Williams on the catch. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Dillon up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And they'll begin by running the option. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Dillon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you are 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Manhertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open hole beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really, you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, it would make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
To throw again is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Jackson.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off.
And the Jags are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. Past the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is the execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jags, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.